What's going on to all my gamers and gamers? This your boy Kano, the brutally honest gamer, and I'm back with another video. Let's get it, let's go, let's talk about it, you heard me? So this video, I'm going to talk all about Sony in this particular video. This is not a bashing video. This is me being honest about what's going on with Sony, and they're doing a lot of things wrong this generation, in my personal opinion. And honestly, I like the games, you know what I'm saying, that came out from PlayStation, but these are basically the director's cut versions of the games we played last generation. And there's a lot of things that's going on that just goes to show how anti-consumerist Sony is as far as their business module is. And like I said, I believe they need to fire Jim Ryan. I've been said this from the jump, they need to fire Jim Ryan. So I basically compiled like 5 key things that I see that's wrong with Sony at this point right now. And that number one, I'm going to talk about the $70 price point on their exclusive titles. So you know that we've been getting director's cuts to a lot of these games, like the Ghost of Tsushima, the Ghost of Tsushima. You got Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. Then you got Horizon Forbidden West, and the Spider-Man remastered and Miles Morales and stuff. They charging the arm and a leg for that, right? And in my personal opinion, though, it's basically a cop-out because the graphics is still kind of like last gen with a smidgen of a fresh coat of paint, but not that much different. And with The Last of Us Part 1, that's actually going to be released very soon. That's a cop-out too, because if you look at The Last of Us Part 1, we didn't even need The Last of Us Part 1. We wanted a Jack and Dexter over the Last of Us Part 1. And what we getting with this pre-order for this $70 game? Nothing but cosmetics, basically. We're basically getting nothing when it comes to the nitty gritty of it. And honestly, for me, I'm honestly not happy about it. I don't feel like playing The Last of Us Part 1 again, because I played it on the PlayStation 3 and I played it on the PlayStation 4. Why would I want to play Part 1 over again on PlayStation 5? Do I want to look at the graphics all over again? No, because I played the game. I know the story, and it was a cop-out. It was lazy of how they've actually done that game. You heard me? There was no new dialogues. The gameplay ain't changed. They basically lied to us, and it just goes to show how anti-consumerist it is. Like, if you look at the God of War Ragnarok game that's coming out, I'm actually excited about God of War Ragnarok. That's one of my highly anticipated games. That's a fact. But the problem is, graphically, it looks just like the 2018 version of God of War. Ain't nothing really different about it. You feel me? It's just storytelling. Graphics is the same. You know what I mean? And it's just, like I said, it's just the storytelling. Then you look at Spider-Man 2, graphically, I don't think it's going to be that much different. We got to wait to see the gameplay. And same thing with Wolverine. It's just a cop-out. You feel what I'm saying? And like I said, $70, that's too much. You feel me? And not only that, when it comes to it, when they got their PlayStation Plus subscription, which I'm going to dive into it a little bit more, they don't want to put their games in a day and date for them to boost up their subscription service. So that's why I say these $70 games are not going to sell your games very well. You're only probably going to get up to between 2 to 5 million copies of your game sold max when it comes to these games. It ain't going to go higher. I say max, if it goes higher, it probably go up to 7, but that's it. It ain't going to go higher than that. And they putting multi-millions of dollars into their games in production, but they're not really making no profits off of that, period. You feel what I'm saying? And not only that, which I'm going into number 2 as, is the upgrading system when it comes to the PS4 and 5 of the games, basically. So let's say if you bought the director's cut version of Ghost of Tsushima for this amount of money, you will have to pay about between $20 to $30 for the upgraded version for the PS5. You feel me? And I feel like that's wrong. When the PS5 was first announced, what they should have had, like compared to Xbox, they should have had their own version of Smart Delivery where we have free upgrades. And basically that just goes to show how anti-consumerist Sony is, because they're really trying their hardest to make money off of their fans and fanboys. And that's why fanboys are too blind to really see what's going on. You feel me? And believe me, Xbox ain't no saint. They be doing some anti-consumer stuff too. And same thing with Nintendo. They be doing some anti-consumer stuff. As a matter of fact, I think Nintendo and Sony, they're neck and neck as far as who's the king of anti-consumerism. You feel what I'm saying? So when you look at what's going on with PlayStation 5 when it comes to that, like Ghost of Tsushima, that's stranded. You feel me? Even The Last of Us Part 1. You feel me? Well, not Part 1, but Ghost of Tsushima and dang, I caught a brain fart. But you get what I mean, though. You feel me? These games are basically anti-consumerish in a way. You feel what I'm saying? Charging us $20 to $30 for an upgradable version of the game, and all we getting is the performance running at 60 frames per second and graphical like fresh coat of paint. You feel what I'm saying? So, in my opinion, I honestly really think that that's terrible for Sony to actually do this, right? Now, on number 3 is the new PlayStation Plus service, which, far as like on the regular version, you're just paying like the $60 a year, where you can play online. Then you got the extra where you get the games for PS5. Some of them will be day and date, some of them won't. You feel me? And then the premium edition, you'll be able to play all the backwards compatible games from PlayStation 1, 2, and 3. But on PlayStation 3, you're only able to stream the games. You know what I'm saying? And basically on the premium edition, you're only getting trial runs of the games. You're not getting a full download game as compared to Game Pass, where when a game is released day and date to Game Pass, you're playing the full game. You're not playing a trial, and you're basically paying to play a demo, paying to play a trial. And that's where the epic fail comes into play for Sony in that aspect. And that's where they're definitely wrong right there in a major way. Me being honest about the situation, Sony is wrong for that. And don't get me wrong, the PlayStation Plus Premium, it has some classic games that I love near and dear to my left toe. Okay? No, I'm sorry, man. I'm my left toe, my right toe. I'm sorry about that. But, anywho, you feel me? Just me being real and stating the obvious about the PlayStation Plus service. They kind of left behind because the PlayStation Now on the PlayStation 4, they could have did a better job in putting games towards PlayStation Now. And not only that, with their exclusives, they put it on PlayStation Now for a limited time, and then it's going after it's over. When it comes down to Microsoft, when it comes to their exclusive games, it's permanently on Game Pass. That means it's not going anywhere. It's staying on there forever. You feel me? And that's the beauty of Game Pass. You dig? PlayStation Plus, they got a long ways to go to get it correct. They got a long ways to go to get their features right. They got to do a better job in that aspect, and that's where they have to hold that L. Now, number 4 is what I said before. Hella anti-consumerish. When it comes to customer service, they're terrible at it. You feel me? They try all types of ways to make money off of the fans that loves PlayStation. They don't care about the fans. They just care about the money. It's terrible, you feel me? I ain't really got too much to say on that anti-consumerish, you know what I'm saying? Everything that Sony is doing is speaks for itself to show how bad they're doing everything. Now, the number 5 thing that is really the key thing that's wrong with Sony is the lack of variety of games. So if y'all been under the rock and y'all been seeing what type of games Sony has been producing when it comes to first party titles, it's basically over the shoulder type of games. If you look at God of War 2018 and the upcoming God of War Ragnarok, it's basically over the shoulder third party aspect of it. If you look at The Last of Us Part 2, first party over the shoulder aspect of it. It's third person over the shoulder. You feel me? Then Horizon Forbidden West, it has that same thing, kind of over the shoulder, but really not really. Then you got Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, then Ghost of Tsushima, then Death Stranded. You feel me? You get my drift. They don't have a variety of games. You hear me? Like back on the PlayStation 2 days and PlayStation 3, they had a variety of games. They had first person shooters, like on the levels of Killzone and Resistance. They had Jak and Daxter. Besides Ratchet and Clank, Sly Cooper, Infamous, all of that. You heard me? PlayStation 4, that's when it kind of went downhill because they want to focus on that. So since we're in PlayStation 5, and if you look at Jim Ryan being there, he wants to focus on blockbuster games that he feel like he knows that's going to make money. He's like the Vince McMahon of PlayStation over there. He's basically lost touch and really don't know what the gamers want. Okay? Because people been asking for games like SOCOM, Clank, Jak and Daxter, Sly Cooper, Infamous, you feel me? But that's not gonna happen. Even Resistance, people want Resistance, people want a Killzone, but we know that it's not happening. All we're gonna get this generation is a new Uncharted game. We're gonna get multiplayer because they want to focus on live service games. That just goes to show that they just care about money. They don't care about what the gamers want. That's why, personally, for me, Xbox is going to eventually catch up to Sony if they keep going the way that they're going as far as exclusive titles is concerned, because there's a variety on Xbox compared to PlayStation. You feel me? And they complaining about Call of Duty. You know what I'm saying? Call of Duty might be exclusive to Microsoft. That's not the case. And Microsoft already said Call of Duty is going to be multiplayer. It's always going to forever be multiplayer. That's what Microsoft said. But anywho, I digress. When you look at Sony, Sony has a variety of first-party games. You feel me? Like franchises. But they don't want to capitalize it because they want to focus on the key games that's going to make the money. Like the Uncharted, The Last of Us, the God of Wars, the Spider-Mans, and Wolverine. That's most likely going to do well too because it's Insomniac Games. But I feel like Insomniac Games, they want to do other games outside of the Marvel universe, outside of the superhero realm. But knowing Jim Ryan, he's not going to greenlight all of that. He's going to basically just create the games that's going to make the money. And sooner or later, a lot of the game developers are going to leave those studios to create their own studios to create the games that they want to make. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why I say at this point that I'm making that Jim Ryan is going to be the downfall of Sony in the long run. Because Haven Studios, they're working on a multiplayer-only type of game. Then you look at Bungie that they just acquired, they're working on a multiplayer-only game. Bluepoint, we don't know what the hell they actually are doing at this point. They might be making a multiplayer type of remake type of game. You never know what they're doing. You feel me? Then you got Naughty Dog working on a multiplayer only type of game, which they most likely going to have microtransactions for cosmetics and whatnot. Or possibly you need to get this certain amount of points, or you have to grind this way out to get a certain type of gun or whatever. You never know what they're going to do. You feel me? And that's why I say when it comes down to the Sony, they don't got it together when it comes to the games. When Sean Layton was there, he had a better idea and a better understanding of games. That's why I say Jim Ryan, he needs to go. And that's why I say at this last point, Jim Ryan needs to go. I think Herman Hoyst, he needs to take over as the real head of Sony Studios and all that too. Because to me, he's like the Phil Spencer of PlayStation because he actually plays games. Jim Ryan, he's the Don Magic of PlayStation, and that's going to be the downfall of Sony if it goes in that route. And to the fanboys that's listening to this on the PlayStation side that don't agree with what I'm saying, there's a you problem. It ain't got nothing to me. It's just the facts of the whole ordeal of what's going on. Sony is really stepping into the wrong direction. They should have greenlit Days Gone 2. And Days Gone, the first Days Gone actually so well. So why didn't greenlight Days Gone 2? They could have did a better job with it. You hear me? And that's why I say it's wrong. I'm going to speak more about it very soon when I find out any more updates on what's going on with Sony. I'm going to be keeping up with it. I got more videos coming. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit the post notification bell for when I drop videos. Make sure you subscribe to the Gamer Section channel. Also, you hear me? We're on multiple roads to a lot of subscribers on all types of channels. You dig that we got over here. So I'm going to leave it on that note. I'm out. Peace.